right? So we'll stop right there. Okay. So Old Rugged Cross, Frank Williams version. Um, so they do a lot of arpeggiating. The piano does a lot of arpeggiating here. Okay. So I'm not going to try to transcribe everything that guy did, but the basics of the chords I got. Okay. And so that's what I'm going to show you. It's up to you to arpeggiate it and make it your own however you want to. Okay. And so you see in the demonstration, I did a little bit of arpeggiating, but not quite like how they did it. They did a lot of arpeggiating there in the original. And so that's not exactly how I'm doing it, but this is a viewer request. And so I'm fleshing it out and I'm giving you my interpretation of at least the chords. And you know, the chords are associated, of course, with the root, whatever the bass is playing. I'll give you what they're doing on the album, and then I'm going to give you how I would play it today. So how about that? Let's do it that way. All right. But again, it's up to you to arpeggiate it. And what arpeggiation is basically, you know, you just singling out each note in the chord and you're playing it in patterns. So I'll leave that up to you in your ear for your interpretation of how that sounds. But I wasn't going to transcribe because he's doing a lot. The whole thing basically is the piano player arpeggiating everything, or just about. Trying to make it sound like, even though this was done in the 80s, I think like 82 or 84, they was trying to make it sound like a 50s or 60s ballad. It was a Jackson Souvenirs album. Frank Williams is the guest lead on the Jackson Souvenirs album. And the album's called Down Home. So that tells you everything you need to know. They was going for like a 50s, 60s vibe with this. Like old 50s ballad, you know. So that's where the art that heavy arpeggiation is coming from. That's, at least that's what I think. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. It's in A. They started intro. They started way up here somewhere. All right, so E in the bass, the intro, B, F sharp, A, B, E, A flat, B, D, F sharp, and then still on the E in the bass, A flat, B, E, F sharp in the bass, A, C sharp, and E, A flat in the bass, B, D, and E. All right, and then, all right, so we're A, E in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E. You did something like that, but arpeggiated, but it was basically that. So E, F sharp, A, D, A in the bass, E, A, C sharp. The bass player walks it up. All right, so B, C sharp. All right, to D. So we could do a little bit of that. E, A, D flat. All right, C sharp, A, F sharp, A, and D. A little walk down. We could do it here too. So D in the bass, A, D, F sharp, C sharp in the bass, A, C sharp, E, B in the bass, A, D, F sharp. Then they walk it up. Boom, 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 boom. B, C sharp, D, E, B, E, A flat. All right, another passing. C sharp, E, A, B, E, A flat, and then he walks it up again, the bass player. E, F sharp, A flat, and A, and then the chorus. All right, so A, C sharp, F sharp, A flat, B, E, F sharp, A, and D, A, C sharp. Also, what I gathered, he's using some drop twos as well because he has a bass player. So he doesn't play it. He doesn't play it like this, you know. He doesn't play it like, he's not playing it like that. Right? Especially on that part, I heard he took it and he put it in drop two. Right? Okay, so if you have a bass player, you just put it in drop two. I'll leave you to that. Okay. Because I'm acting as if I don't have a bass player, which I don't. So I have to play everything. Well, I play on the organ, so that covers my bass. All right, but I'll show you that. C sharp, A, F sharp, B, A flat, E, A, F sharp, D, A, E, F sharp. All you have to do to get the drop twos, you take the second highest note, which from here is the C sharp. You take that out and you bring it down here. Right, the chords of this, right? So you take that B, bring it down here. Take that A, bring it down here. And because the A stays there, all right, we're going back to the one. Okay, so we're here at the one, A and E, A, B, C sharp, and E. All right, and you just bring it down to the A flat, A, B, C sharp, E. You can also invert it to make it a little bit different. Right, so F sharp, A flat in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E, and A. You do a little walk up there too. Alright, so B in the bass, F sharp, A, D, A, B, E, A, C sharp, F sharp, A, B, E. Actually, when you get to the A flat, B, E, it goes to E in the bass. And then F sharp, A, D. So passing. And A, E, A, C sharp. Okay? You could do it like this. Okay? Add a little flavor. All right, so B flat, G, B flat, C sharp, E. All right, B in the bass, D, E with the thumb, F sharp, A, D, and then I do a little line, E, F sharp, and then we do E in the bass, F sharp, A flat, B, E, then a D there, and then A, E, A, and C sharp. And loop it back around. Right. And then on this part, you go to C. So D in the bass, E, F sharp, A, and D. C sharp in the bass, E, A, C sharp. B in the bass, D, E, F sharp, B. A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E, A. Okay. So from there, right, what I just showed you, we're going from there. All right, so I'll cheers. That's how they do it. So that's A in the bass, E, A, C sharp, A flat in the bass, E, A flat, B, F sharp in the bass, C sharp, F sharp, A, E in the bass, B, E, A flat. Okay. The piano stopped arpeggiating for once or twice on the whole thing, and he did drop 2 there. Okay. So A, E, C sharp, A flat, E, B, F sharp, C sharp, and A, E, B, and A flat. All right. So going into that next part, into the chorus, that's how they do it. Okay, so let me break that down for you. All right. So we already did this with the drop 2s, right? Right. All right. So it's a play off the intro. Right. So E in the bass. So I'll cherish. So B, E, A flat, B, D, F sharp, B, C sharp, E, stay on the E, E in the bass, A flat, B, E. Now then we move. Okay, so F sharp, A, C sharp, E, A flat in the bass, B, D, E. All right, A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E. As soon as we hit the 1, we wait a couple seconds, and then we do. All right, so A, E, B, E. Do a grace note, then use the B as the grace note to the C sharp and E. All right, and then E. By the time you get to the C sharp and E, then it's going to be on the E. All right, and then you go to D and E, and then back to the 1. All right, A, C sharp, E. All right, then then they're walking it up. The bass player is walking it up. So now, all right, B in the bass, C sharp, E and A, C sharp in the bass, C sharp, E and G, D in the bass, D, E, F sharp. Okay, so you gotta watch it on that part because the rhythm there is kind of tricky. The rhythm is kind of tricky there. The way they're playing it versus the way that is being sung. Okay, so let me go through that again slowly so you can catch it. All right, it's that part. See that? And then you walk it down. Okay, so you're already there. So you're just playing a little melody line. It's my interpretation. He didn't quite do it like that, but I think this is a more updated, more polished way to do it. Right? because you're already there. Because remember, you did this chord right here. Right, you're already. Okay. All right, so let's spell that out. So that's D, D, F sharp, and A. And the bass line goes dum, bum, ba, ba. But you don't start this part right away. By the time you hit the B, then you start. See? Got that? All right, so B, D, and A, C sharp, E, and A. And then you use the E as a grace note to the F sharp. So D, F sharp, and A. Then walk it down. C in the bass, C, E, and A flat. B in the bass, B, D, and F sharp. A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, and E. Okay? Okay. All right, so now we're back at the 1, and then we go to the 5. All right, so C sharp, D, E flat. All right, and then to E in the bass, A flat, B, and E. All right, F sharp in the bass, F sharp, A, and E. A flat in the bass, A flat, B, and E. A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, and E. And then go to the E. When you hit the E, you do A flat, C sharp, and E. All right, A in the bass, G, C sharp, E. Now we're walking it up. B in the bass, G, B, D. C sharp in the bass, G, C sharp, E. All right, D in the bass, A, D, F sharp. A walk down, C sharp in the bass, A, C sharp, E. B in the bass, A, D, F sharp. I did a little thing here, right? Because the bass line does a little. All right, so E in the bass, D, and A. F sharp in the bass, E, and A. A in the bass, use the grace note off the E to the F sharp and the A. All right. All right, A in the bass, E, and A. And then we'll go back to that E. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So we showed you that. All right, F sharp, A, C sharp, E, A flat in the bass, B, D, E. A in the bass, A, C sharp, and E. Okay. Now let me show you how I would do it today. right? Something like that, more along those lines. Right, so leading with the melody line, so C sharp, D, A in the bass, A, B, D flat, E. All right, E in the bass, A, C, E flat to the F sharp. All right, back to A, B, C sharp, E. B in the bass, A, B, D. C sharp in the bass, A, C sharp, E. All right, D in the bass, A, D, and F sharp. A in the bass, A flat, C sharp, F to A flat. All right, D, A, D, F sharp. All right, E flat in the bass, A, C, E flat, A flat to F sharp. All right, so E in the bass, B, D, A flat, F sharp. All right, and to E. All right, so E in the bass, A, B, D. F sharp in the bass, A, B, E. All right, A in the bass, A flat in the bass, excuse me, A, B, D. All right, A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E flat, B flat in the bass, G, B flat, C sharp, E. B in the bass, D, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. All right, before you get to the E in the bass, A, C sharp, F sharp, A flat, B, E. Right, you can walk it up. F sharp, A, E, A flat, B, E. Right, all the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff we did from before, you could do that too, right? Because it is still relevant. All right, so A, F sharp, A, D, E, A, C sharp. All right, and then repeat it. Same thing. Something like that. So instead of doing like the walk down like they did, just make it into a 2-5-1. Right. So B and A in the left, F sharp, A and D, E and A flat, E, A flat, C sharp. You can still hold on to that, D, F sharp, B. All right, you could do that too. A, G, A, B, C sharp, E, and A. All right, so A, G, E, A F sharp, D, A, E, use the B as a grace note, C sharp, A. You can go back and forth between the first two. Right, you can go into the chorus. All right, so B in the bass, E flat, F sharp, A, C sharp, E in the bass, D, F sharp, A flat, B. All right, you can walk it up. All right, so F sharp, D, F sharp, A flat, D, A flat, B. Right, back to the one. So A, B, C sharp, E. All right. All right, so you could just walk that down to A flat, G. The chord would be. All right, so A, G, C sharp, E, B, G, B, D. All right, C sharp, G, C sharp, E. so D, A, D, F sharp. Then I did. Right. So F sharp, F sharp, A flat, excuse me. And then we go to chord, E flat, C, E flat, F sharp, A. You do something like that. So that's B in the bass, F, A, D, F, A, B, D. C sharp in the bass, E, G, B flat, C sharp. Right, D in the bass, D, F, A, B. E in the bass, E, A, C sharp. Right, so playing the words now. D, F sharp, B, C sharp, E, A. All right. E in the bass, B, E, A flat, F sharp in the bass, D flat, E, A flat, D, F sharp, B, A in the bass, A, B, C sharp, E, and A. You do something like that too. Too much wrong, right? All right, so E flat in the bass, G, C sharp, F, A to A flat. All right, and so D, A, D, F sharp. All right, that's how I did it in the demo. All right, so now we're at the E, A, B, C sharp, E, and then, all right, so 5-1. So E, D in the bass, A flat, C sharp, F sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp, B, E, and then I went back to the 5, just in a different way. All right, so that's E in the bass, D, F sharp, A, C sharp, E. Classic, you can do that too. All right, so B, F sharp, B, D, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, D, D, F sharp, B. All right, E, C sharp, E, A. Or you could just go between these two. And then play the words on the rest, which we already showed you. Okay. Get church it at the end. Let's make it real churchy. Okay.